Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for us to do a little bit of investigating because as we're all aware, if you go to twitch.tv/Tectone, what you're going to find is this page instead of what you might normally find. And so I actually don't have any reason for why he got banned. He actually got banned like, I think less than 12 hours ago. It's like actually like 6 or 7, 8 hours ago, something like that. And obviously, right now, he's found his other streaming platforms. He's over on kick.tv or kick.com, as well as YouTube. Might be a plan for us in the future because we are... If he got banned for a bad, dumb, silly reason, well, that's something that we can relate to as well because I'm pretty sure all of you are familiar with the Frozen Rain incident. So with that, I just wanted to see what exactly has led to this, what's the situation looking like, and maybe what are some of the plans moving forward for this man. Let's check it out.
Well, boys, look where we're at once again. Yep, you read the title right. I have been banned for the third time in about 60 days.
That's impressive, to be honest. I remember something that Tectone bragged about, or not really like bragged about, but he talked about during his first ban, was that he had been streaming for like 4, 5, 6 years. Okay, not that long, like 3 or 4 years. And he had never gotten like banned or even like a warning that entire time. And it almost seems like, you know that story about like the turtle and the rabbit? Where like the turtle is like eventually supposed to win, but the rabbit goes really fast at the start. This is like, Tectone is like the turtle of bans. Where he started off really slow, didn't have that many, and now he's just racking them up like he's collecting the fucking Infinity Stones. So, yeah, I remember all the reasons for the ones that he had before. I think the first one was, like, legitimate, where he basically told a chatter to go do something in Minecraft, but, like, in a very upfront way. I think he fully accepted responsibility for that, man. And then his second one was, yeah, he commented on the body mass index of a person. That was very rude to him.
This one looks like it's going to be my longest ban yet. Yes, it looks like I will be banned for 7 long days on Twitch.
Not too bad. Hey, hey, join the club, buddy. Hey, join the club. Yeah, I know what that feels like.
Will they let me appeal it? I don't know, but I assure you when I tell you why I've gotten banned, man, I bet you're gonna think, wow, that's completely justified. Wow, that really makes sense. Yeah, it definitely won't be hypocritical and preferential treatment towards people on the far left once again. Yes, if you want to do me a favor, I will be streaming every single day at 9 a.m. CST on YouTube and Kick. Kick especially, I'm going to be linking in my description and the pinned comment. A follow on that stream would be genuinely, incredibly helpful, as well as tune into the YouTube live stream. And the most important thing, please subscribe to my channel and turn the bell on for all notifications. This has been the most successful past 75 days of my career ever. I have gained over 80,000 subscribers in a short 70 days. I am upcoming on 900,000, and you know what comes next? 1 million. It's been a dream of mine for over 7 million to eventually hit that number, and it's crazy because I think it actually might finally be attainable.
I think it's a dream of 7 years, not a dream of 7 million. Yeah, he's almost at 1 million. Wait, let me see how many he's at right now. Ooh, 899K, just 100 more, bucko. 101 more.
For 7 years, I've been trying to get this. And it's thanks to a lot of people like Asmongold who shouted out my Kick channel, and I gained 8,000 follows in 5 minutes, which was insane. Hasanabi for being a perpetual dumbass and allowing me to farm him for the past 3 weeks and gaining over, I think I've gained about 25,000 subs off of just Hassan content alone, which...
That's impressive. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has the analytics of it as well to just go ahead and see literally... how many subs the Hassan videos are farming for him. That's crazy. Yeah, Tony, that's crazy.
Really isn't that much, but it still is quite nice. And most importantly, just the overall perpetual cycle of retards on the internet that I get to make content of every single day. Because
this is basically like me and the ZZZ community. Now that I think about it, this is like me and the ZZZ community and the ZZZCCs that are going ahead and they're defending the addition of miasma into their game. It's almost the same exact photo now that I think about it. Yeah, I literally am able to like produce a video almost every single day, just like reading comments or reading Reddit posts about it. And the thing is, when this game launches in 2.0, people see how that mechanic is, and they're like, yeah, wow, this is the most cancerous thing the game has ever added. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts.
Is here at twitch.tv/Tectone, youtube.com/Tectone, kick.com/Tectone. We make a living off of making fun of dumb people. It's great. Now, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Please like the video, please leave a comment, and share this with your friends. And by the way, if you are a streamer reacting to this or a YouTuber reacting to this, I fully consent to this, and I greatly encourage it. And I really appreciate you sharing some light on the absolute hypocrisy of Twitch. Now, with all that plugging out of—
That was a 2-minute plug on a 14-minute video. Straight up, that was a full-on 2-minute plug on a 14-minute video. That's impressive.
Of the way, the sheer stupidity of this all is truly mind-boggling. So I want to walk you through the first time I ever got warned. So to remind you guys, the first time I ever got banned was me saying that Denims' only good content was on her OnlyFans and nobody should consider her worth listening to. Which, you know, to be honest, it was a little bit mean, but
yeah, that's probably not going to make the recipient particularly happy. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, but I think when you're like a partner, and you get and you do say or do something like that and it ends up, you know, being disciplinary worthy, I think it starts off with like a warning instead of escalating to a ban. That's why my whole situation, right? That's why my whole situation where I got banned for 7 days for talking about Frozen Rain. Yeah, I wasn't partnered at the time. And so a lot of people had said that if I was partnered when that incident had occurred, I would have just gotten a warning for it.
Where's the lie? The second time I got banned was, and this one, I believe it was the second or the third. I'm trying to remember. The first time I ever got banned, I believe, was for telling a Twitch chatter to kill themselves. Which, to be completely—
And, like, he didn't even say, like, you know, go do something in Minecraft. He didn't even say it like that. He told them to, like, go grab, like, an M1911 and, like, yeah.
Completely honest, that was completely justified. I was reacting to anime. I told them to put a shotgun in their mouth and kill themselves. And to be fair, totally reasonable. I absolutely wear that ban as a badge of dishonor because I went over the deep end that day. I was very grumpy, to be fair. And I had a really big tummy ache too, but I have not ever told a chatter to kill themselves since then. I have learned from my mistake. Now, the next time I got banned was me.
I think the funniest one is when people are like, GPQ IRL. I think that was big in the League of Legends scene. GPQ IRL.
Calling everybody's favorite streamer, Froggen, fat. Now, I want to remind you that Froggen is roughly 5'2" and roughly 300 pounds.
Chat, is that true? Chat, is 5'2", 300 true? Okay. So, would he have gotten banned? Would somebody have gotten banned if they just said the medically correct term? Like, there's like a scientific medical term to classify people that would fall into that range. A burger? No. Like, what if he had said this? Would that have been okay? I feel like that's literally like what's it called? That's what the doctor would say. Why are you scared of saying that word? What do you think?
So I got banned for a descriptor. I called Froggen fat. I get banned for 2 weeks. It gets appealed down to 2 days and 18 hours, roughly. And by the way, this is after her saying that all American soldiers deserve PTSD, and as well as America deserve 9/11. Yes. Oh, by the way, she didn't get banned for that. Now, let's talk about...
Yeah, I feel like what she said might have technically been considered worse, but I mean, hey, one thing we know for certain about Twitch is that there are definitely some special privileges granted to certain individuals. Or maybe there are special privileges just granted to certain types of discussion. Maybe all of us are actually eligible to say that exact same thing. Maybe we could actually all say that exact same thing. Maybe it's not actually the streamers themselves or like the channel names, but it's just the topical areas. Like, there are just some topics that are, like, okay, that would normally get you destroyed in modern society, but, you know, on Twitch, they're completely fine to discuss, or just straight up say. I don't know, I feel like somebody should test it out. Maybe like Captain Cabinets, maybe like Braxophone, maybe they should just go out and start, like, shit-talking the military. And like see what happens. I would beta test it, but I already got a 7 day. We need somebody with a squeaky clean record to try it out. We need somebody who's willing to take a bit of a hit. Somebody that maybe like doesn't act like they were like partnered and stuff, but they don't stream like every day. Maybe we should try it out with like Glaive.
Why I got banned this time. Well, it's actually due to 2 streamers, not 1 but 2. And this is great.
Okay.
So, here it is, 7-day suspension for
cooked. Oh, cooked, brother.
Sexual requests, graphic or derogatory sexual statements, or unwanted sexual content.
Oh my gosh. That's gonna be crazy. You know, oh my gosh. After all of the stuff that has like occurred with like people like Hassan, all those individuals going ahead, right, harassing Tectone because of his dad. Now we're gonna like end up in a situation where people are just gonna show like the screen cap of that ban and then say he's just like his father but on Twitch. I guarantee if that narrative hasn't started yet, it is going to occur within like the next like 12 hours. I feel like the entire posse that got him into this situation in the first place, they're gonna be like carrying it forward and using that screen cap and that ban reason as like the proof and the evidence. I am calling it now. I am legitimately calling it now. That's what's going to happen.
And you might be wondering, oh, techie, what did you do this time? Well, there are 2 streamers who have been really talking about me for months. Actually, what's crazy is talking about me for years. And their names are Denims and Minx.
Oh no. This is not a declarative statement. Do either of those 2 do OnlyFans? Is it one or both of them? They both do an OnlyFans? One does OnlyFans, the other does Fansly. A bit of lore on Minx. Okay, what's this? Why are you acting like you know him personally? I lived with him. If this doesn't show that people can spread misinformation about me on this app and people will believe it, I don't know what will. These OnlyFans girls have been farming me for months. How about instead of trying to save y'all's dying OnlyFans by spreading false SA claims, y'all just get real jobs? Oh dear. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O.
Yep. Oh man, you know where this is going, guys. So this is a whole clip of Denims mocking my trauma about worrying about my father when I told a story about how when he was deployed, he got his legs, the skin of his legs completely blown off, as well as his ear cut off in the war, and her laughing in my fucking face and saying that he fucking deserved it and that I probably made up the entire story. That's the first clip. Here's the second one. This is Denims calling me a sexual predator on Kick. Very fun. To a total of time of recording, 47,000 people, but...
So what could he have said that's so bad? I'm not really all about that whole, you know, like, be Jesus, turn the other cheek. You know, when people are acting this incredibly awfully bad to you, you're supposed to just, like, kind of sit there and not have a response. Because that sounds pretty bad. If that's what's in those clips, and I'm assuming that's what's in those clips, because there's not really too much of a reason for him to publicly link posts and then not actually describe what's in them properly, that seems pretty bad.
If we go...
So what could he have said that's considered worse? Because clearly she didn't get banned, right? She said those things on stream, and she said those things on... Like, clearly she couldn't have gotten banned for doing that.
Further, it actually reached 1 million people. And trust me, Denims and I have a very shady history because I don't know why. This woman is absolutely obsessed with me. Now, here is Denims once again calling me a rapist and saying I can't sue her because it's not defamation, because in her words, I did that shit.
The reason Tectone can't sue me is because he did that shit.
And there's a whole bunch of other goodies in that clip. Yes, I want to let you know that this woman is so obsessed with harassing me that she is now at the point where she knows that she might need lawyers in the very near future for slandering my name and defaming me on a daily basis.
It kind of feels like she has a crush on him. Not gonna lie, it kind of does. I don't know. This seems like she seems like a spurned ex-lover, but like was never ever in the lover category. She never has like a single receipt. Is just saying stuff. I don't know. This is strange. It's weird to talk all of this stuff, never actually have any proof, not have any receipts at all, but to talk this much about it is like wait, why are you like obsessed?
Yes, a woman who has gone live.
She used to raid his streams. She used to be a fan. Oh, that's a bit much. She used to raid his streams and be one of his biggest fans.
And attempted to call me a criminal, call me a rapist, tell me my father deserved to have his legs blown off and his ears cut off, which, by the way, she also calls my father a rapist as well, which is crazy because if you look into the court documents, the only thing that happened, there was no rape whatsoever. So once again, also lying on the truth. I've also shown documents of that on my Twitter. And the other woman is another woman. Minx, known alcoholic, known drug abuser.
Wait, actually? Oh dear. So OnlyFans, alcoholic, and drug abuser? Oh dear, that's a... She's like one of those... She's like one of those units with 3 traits in TFT. She enables so many team compositions. Lore drop, what is this?
No, Minx, really, she's taking medicine that she really can't drink.
She didn't take them in 3 days.
No, trust me. No, you can't.
She's anti-meds.
She can't. She actually can't. Melina.
Isn't this a turnoff? This is such a...
Melina, please, Melina. She actually can't. She actually can't.
Listen, he's cocking us.
Melina.
You're not supposed to do it.
No, she can't.
Do it.
Okay, I'll put it back in the cabinet.
She actually can't.
Soda Poppin looks like he wants to go do something in Minecraft. I don't think Chipotle was very happy about this one. Wait, I don't think Mountain Dew's very happy about this one. Wait, this is a disaster, bro. I feel like Chipotle and Mountain Dew may not have done anything with them again after this one. This was 3 years ago? Oh, brother.
Stop. She actually can't. What's wrong with you? Stop.
Good God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. This is just such a... This is like the part of the movie I want to skip, brother. Yeah, this is like the part... This is the part of the TV show on a rewatch where you skip past it because you're like, damn, this is... 3 of them look so distressed. I feel like Nick is like uncomfortably just like laughing because I think at this point Milena is his girlfriend. Or is Milena his wife at this point? I don't know. I don't know which one it is. Which one it was. But, like, he's, like, uncomfortably laughing, right? Or maybe he found it funny. Who knows, right? But, yeah, that's your girlfriend or wife doing it, so you kind of maybe don't necessarily want to be like, I don't know. Yeah, use the skip button here.
Now, so let me just talk about this, what just happened. This is weird for many reasons. Milena force feeding, him simping super hard, and her...
That's not simping, that's being a good friend.
And her wanting it because she knows she can't eat it. There's 3 people wrong here. This is crazy.
Ew, it's not simping, it's a good friend. I guess the one thing I want to wonder is...
Anti-meds.
She actually can't. Melina.
Isn't this a turnoff?
Is she already drunk right now? Because, like, I feel like what I was thinking was that she already was drunk. No. Wait, so she had not consumed any alcohol yet prior to her acting like this. You watched this whole stream live and this is actually her sober? Wait, so she never, I mean, what I would assume in this situation is that she brought like a flask with her and then was like swinging it in the bathroom.
She actually can't. Melina.
Isn't this a turnoff? This is such a.
Melina.
That's what I would assume. Yeah, on stream never drank, but yeah, I mean, everyone has to go like take a piss, right? She just goes like takes a piss and then proceeds to, I don't know, take some swigs from her. That's what it seems like. Cause I don't feel like a lot of people would look at this and then assume the recipient over here is like sober. That's just me though. That's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. That's why I'm asking. Miz dead fucking inside, literally blocked. Wait, was that Miz?
Please, Melina. She actually can't. She actually can't.
Wait, actually, nice save. Nice save from Mizkif. Actually a nice save. He blocked her face with a whiteboard. She seems a bit. Yeah, Miz silently clutches up in the fourth quarter in overtime. In overtime, he clutches up.
Known Schizo goes live on Twitter and says, reminder, Tectone's dad is a rapist and that I also have sexually assaulted 2 women, according to her. Another woman who is accusing me of crimes. Oh, and trust me, this woman is so deranged, she believes that she's lived with me. I want to remind you, I have met Minx one time at the OTK Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, where I joined OTK. I have met her one time. Since then, I have lived with minimum a partner, a wife, or a roommate, or a girlfriend throughout my entirety of living here. Never once have I lived by myself. I have always had someone living with me the entire time I've been down in Austin. And this woman is so deranged that she thinks that I lived with her.
Maybe she has like a different definition of the word lived with. Maybe she considers if she's ever been under the same roof as somebody, she's technically lived with them, right? Because what does living mean? It means being alive. And if she has been alive with another person, then she's lived with them. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe she just has an interesting definition of the term. Or she's retarded.
Now, I don't know what gorgeous bald man with a beautiful beard she must be having sex with on a daily basis in her STD-ridden pussy.
Yeah, I feel like that one would have definitely gotten a good thing he wasn't on Twitch for that one. Holy shit. Oh my god.
To think that it's me.
Oh my goodness.
But I assure you, I have never lived with this woman. I don't even know this woman outside of a one-time interaction where there was 50 other streamers there. Now, you might be wondering, why did I get banned for 7 days?
Bro literally took 8 minutes and 30 seconds into the video to actually get into the reason why he was banned. The rest of the video is just an ad or a lore drop.
On twitch.tv/Tectone. Why did Twitch deem me worthy of a 7-day ban?
This is professional stalling, bro.
Because I called them whores. Yep, I called 2 women with OnlyFans whores, which is, by the way, by definition, a factual statement. OnlyFans girls who are sex workers are prostitutes. Prostitutes are whores. Whores are prostitutes. Prostitutes are sex workers.
Wait, that was it? Why is this one a 1 week, but then referring to somebody as you know, fat was a 2 week? I'm wondering, like, why is one a 2 week, the other one's 1 week? And then why was mine 1 week when we said Frozen Rain? I feel like mine is still like the outlier over here, buddy boys. I'm being genuine. I feel like mine was easily the least offensive of the bunch.
I got banned for 2 weeks.
Maybe the more offensive you are, the shorter it is. Maybe that's what it is. The more offensive you actually are, the shorter it is.
For calling a fat person fat. I got banned for 7 days for calling a whore a whore. And now, I'm sorry if that terminology upsets.
That's why Hassan got 1 day. Guys, let's try. Bro, follow today just to say this. He literally followed today just to say this.
You. But the problem is, that doesn't make it any less true. And the reality is...
And we have my mod, Afto, who's black, saying to VIP him.
When I go live and I tell the truth and I get banned for 7 days, and then you have these same women where I am only calling that out of defense. I'm only calling them that out of defense because they have provoked me by accusing me of crimes that I have not committed.
I mean, it's not true, though. Being in sex work doesn't make you a... Well, I'm not going to say because I don't want to risk it. From Oxford. Facts, selling nude photos isn't prostitution. A person, in particular a woman, who engages in sexual activity for payment. And so I guess the only leg out we have over here is to say that selling your body, selling nude photos online is not sexual activity, but I think most people would consider that to be the case. So is selling nude photos of yourself sexual activity? Do you have a reason for why it's not? Can you fuck a photo? Okay, so how about this? Is going to a strip club and looking at the strippers but not touching them, is that a sexual activity? Okay, so no. So going to a strip club, not touching, and only watching, that is not a sexual activity, correct? I guess we learn something new every day. Is watching porn a sexual activity? No, because you're not touching, you're just watching it. You're not touching any of the people. Wait. Does that mean that being sneako? Is being sneako and watching, that's not a sexual activity either? Are you getting off to it? What if you're getting off to the photos from OnlyFans? Cuck is a sexual activity because the purpose of watching your partner is to get off. Oh, so purchasing nude photos of somebody is not a sexual activity, even though the purpose of purchasing those nude photos is to get off. You just incinerated your own argument. Don't you realize that? It's not from the perspective of the seller. You think these OnlyFans girls take their nude photos and do all of that under the assumption that people aren't going to get off to them? They're just purchasing these for artistic reasons. They're gonna hang them up in a modern art museum. And so people are simply bastardizing the original purpose of the OnlyFans account by taking them to go whack off. Is that what you're saying? You're misunderstanding his point? Oh gosh. They mean the seller is making the pics for business and they themselves are not doing it to get off. Can't you literally say the same exact thing about like actual prostitutes that are selling their body where they're probably not getting off, but they're doing it to make money? I think it is. Okay. He's not agreeing with him. He's simply trying to explain the reasoning. I think the entire chat at this point has recognized that there's probably multiple instances in your life where you got dropped on your head and the end result is whatever you are right now. I think one thing for certain is that you've shown a side of humanity today that a lot of people wish they never saw. We would have all been better if you were born without hands so you could have never used a keyboard. The world would have been a better place.
Whatsoever. Going in on allegations that went fucking nowhere almost a year ago now. I think it's pretty reasonable if I call them a name or two. So I want to let you guys all know this. This is the same website where Hassan calls me a rapist, where Hassan calls Nuxtaku a pedophile, who calls Mudahar a pedophile, who calls Asmongold a pedophile and a mother killer, bringing up Asmongold's dead mother. No ban, no punishment. Mike from PA calls me a pedophile, calls Nuxtaku a pedophile, calls Asmongold a pedophile, calls him a murderer. No ban. Calls for the death of Asmongold. No ban. Denims, who is also called for the death of Asmongold. No ban. Hassan.
I think what would have really helped here is if one of Techie's viewers or mods had just made a compilation of all the stuff he's saying right now. Like a literal compilation of all the different instances. I really do think that this is just my theory being proven right. Where the worse it is, the shit you say, the less likely you'll get banned. The worse it is. Like, you just gotta be like fucking, like, You gotta like go in, brother. You gotta say some crazy shit. That seems to be the case. That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to hear Brax like just pop off. I want to hear Brax pop off.
Who has radicalized his audience to support
Who does this?
supporting terrorism? No ban. Froggen, who supported 9/11? No ban. I call an OnlyFans girl a whore after she called me a rapist. A career-ending, life-ending accusation. They get no punishment. I get 7 days.
Hey, Techie, you know what you gotta do next time then? Hey, next time you're on Twitch, you gotta load up something way worse than that. You gotta load up something crazy. You gotta say some vile shit. You gotta say something that could actually get you sent to jail. And then I think you'll be fine.
Do we get why this is a problem now? Do we understand why this is bad? And sure, could you make the argument, well, he deserved it? Sure. But Twitch, I wouldn't have to make these comments if you guys would do your fucking job. If you guys were to ban people equally and fairly when they cross the line, then I wouldn't think that I can do the same thing as the rest of these fucking people.
I mean, to be fair, I still don't think I did anything ban-worthy. And I think every single person that had seen the stream that got me banned, nobody thought I did anything ban-worthy. Especially in relation to all of the shit that we've just heard, all of the shit we've just had talked about, right? There was nothing on any of my streams that was considered ban-worthy. Tectone had told me numerous times, yeah, the shit I say is like straight up way worse than what you could have possibly said. You got banned because you keep attacking the CCC community. That started after my ban. And it's not attacking, I'm attacking the game.
I suppose I'm a martyr. I suppose I can once again get punished for the wrongdoings of everybody else, and maybe that will put the fear in them to get their act together. But it won't. Because these people know they can get away with these misdeeds, with these malpractices, because you don't enforce your TOS fairly.
True.
You do not enforce your TOS equally.
True, just ban everybody.
And this is why I will be streaming on Kick and YouTube every single fucking day during this ban. Again, this is pathetic rat fuck behavior. And Twitch, I would like to let you know now, 24 hours ago, I have already recruited over 55 streamers to stream on YouTube and Kick.
I'm still not fucking partnered yet, bro. Like, I submitted that shit. Okay, it wasn't really 12 hours ago. I submitted that shit like 16 hours ago, brother. Where is my Twitch? Where is my Kick partnership, Baldy? Where I want it, and I want it now. I want it now.
It has now been 72 hours, and I have now recruited over 110 creators to stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. This is not a good look for you guys.
Actually true. Yeah, no, I've joined the platform. Clearly, I'm not a Kick partner yet. I would love to be able to get that 95.5 sub differential going. We're also going to be trying to integrate it into the oiled up Chang Lee counter that we have going on over here. So, yeah, once I'm partnered, I will definitely let all of you know. Yeah, it's within 24 hours. It hasn't hit that time. It hasn't hit that time frame yet. So they're probably dealing with a large influx of new acquisitions, new users. And so, yeah, it's probably taking a minute. So, yeah, it'll be happening soon. And so, I'd obviously rather you sub on Kick than sub on Twitch.
This is a horrible look. You should be ashamed because you know this shit is unfair. You know this shit is bullshit. And you can't have a TOS where you do not enforce it equally amongst all creators. And this is the reason why you guys are getting fucking sued. And now you guys know that these people in a court of law can use me as an example of you guys unfairly, once again, misusing your TOS. I call these women a name as an insult when they are giving me life-ending, career-threatening allegations and accusations. This is the reason why so many male creators have disappeared over false allegations. You guys need to take this shit seriously. It's pathetic, and you guys should be ashamed. Now, I'm going to be over here on YouTube and Kick making way more.
Very true, right? A lot of stuff has occurred in the past couple of, you just have to think about the number of, I mean, let's just call it what it is. False allegations, right? That was like, I feel like there was a gigantic false allegation meta, like a year ago, that went on for like maybe 2, 3, 4, like 4 or 5 years, something like that. It was kind of wild because I think a lot of people saw that all you had to say was like one little thing, and then like boom, it's like it's over. And like it was like so easy. It was zero effort. You just had to like write a sentence on Twitter, and then somebody's career was like actually over.
Fucking money than I ever made on your platform, regardless. And Twitch, I want to let you know, in 3 days I have now made more money on Kick than I made in a month on streaming on Twitch. I do not give a fuck about the money that I'm losing off of Twitch at all. I don't need it. I'm a multimillionaire. However, just understand I'm not going away. And in 7 days, I will come back. And I will continue to showcase the hypocrisy and the blatant abuse of power being used by your moderation team that is treating your streamers like shit unfairly, besides the one you like. You should be ashamed. The best way to get revenge.
It's funny to watch this video as I'm streaming on Twitch. And let me just take a quick look at my CCV right now across the different platforms. Which was the biggest? I guess technically YouTube is higher than Twitch right now. Yeah, I'm looking at Twitch is technically my least performing platform. Or I guess Kick is now. So
revenge,
yeah.
if you are upset on Twitch right now, is to share this video, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and be there every single time I go live, so I can be a constant reminder of how this platform keeps on getting fucking worse. What a fucking joke. May God have mercy on your soul. Have a wonderful day.
All right. Well, I mean, that's as pretty much like a warning sign as any. We obviously have our firsthand experiences with some dookie dog shit bans, but I feel like one of the big things that's resulted of the various bans that have been going around is that, let's be real here, I would never have started multi-streaming if I never gotten banned. Tech probably would not have started multi-streaming either if he didn't get banned. And the end result, right, is that they've kind of gotten to a point where these Twitch bans have actually started working against them, if we're frankly being honest. And I find that to be a little bit ironic. We will be migrating to that platform. Not like migrating, but we'll be opening up that in the future. And I highly suggest that if you enjoy the content, you enjoy the channel. That'll be the best way to support in the near future. So, yeah, probably within like the next, if it hasn't already been started by the time this video uploaded, yeah, we'll be ready to go on there. So yeah, that'll be that for me. I think that obviously this ban is stupid on his end that Twitch has inflicted upon him. I have a history of getting banned for stupid shit as well, and to see all these people saying way worse shit in way worse contexts, just getting off scot-free, well, I mean, it kind of just has to be frustrating to see. Let me know what you all think. Peace.